Welcome back, UCW. This is probably one of the matches you all wanted to see Ed and Janey versus Moon and Sunny. But I'm not here alone today, and especially for this match, because I want to welcome back Chip Lasky.
Hello, UCW. Have you missed me? I sure missed all of you. Kevin, great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Finally, someone with experience on the commentary booth.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. We're gonna watch the worst match of them all with this one. Your thoughts, Chip?
Well, when they asked me to once again commentate on the match, I thought they were gonna give me a good one, but they give me Sunny and Ed and their spouses. So I am very curious what we're going to see here tonight, Kelvin.
Yeah, this is probably the first time this is the second time we have seen Moon because she made her debut on Power Struggle. Oh no.
And I hope it's the last time we see Moon, to be honest.
Indeed, I wanted to say Sonny defeated Ed on Power Struggle, but we're gonna see what happens tonight, and we will be back.
These two together? My wish just came true. My two favorites are together. Here's to the greatest love I've ever known. Here we have two top-tier athletes with one single mission to decimate their opponents by any means necessary. They might be on the same page going into this match, but will they be at the end? How dare you foreshadow any wedge coming between these two? You are looking at some of the most honorable superstars in WWE.
Well, here we go again, but I don't know what I can say. That what the fuck are we watching?
I don't know. That's Moon Sapphire, Kelvin. We all know that. She is she's unique, let's say that.
Unique.
Against Janey, who's in a great shape for someone who is pregnant.
Yeah,
Or used to be pregnant.
yeah, Janie's pregnant, but I'm thinking the other way around.
Now, we don't body shame in UCW, Kelvin.
No, because we only call our wives hoes because Janey is the hoe in this tag team match.
Oh my god, we're going to lose viewers.
Oh my god, people stay with us. We just started part 2. This is
Oh,
only the
beautiful!
beginning.
Beautiful moonsault by Janey.
And there goes. Oh,
she kicked Sunny.
She's touching his dingo. But yeah. All right. Nice, great.
Ooh.
Great backstabber from Janey on Sonny Sapphire.
And
Moon takes down Janey with a nice knee. And
to the
she go
face.
for the pinfall. I don't think Janey can kick out if she's laying on top of. Yeah, that's it.
Oh no! Oh
That's
god.
it. But yeah, like I just said in the intro, Sonny defeated Ed on power struggle. And I think Sonny is boosting with confidence after that big victory. And
Well, he should.
let's be honest. I mean, Sonny couldn't win from me. He did win from Connor Phillips, and he did win from Ed. So what chance has Ed in winning this match?
Well, strange things can happen at Kingdom of Immortality, Kelvin. And I think that with Janey by his side, Ed has a real shot of beating Sonny.
Strange things can happen. Just look at Moon.
I would rather not. But
Alright.
Moon in the corner of Janey and Ed, and maybe she's gonna take in her partner.
Yes.
Yes, there it goes. Sonny versus Ed.
And
of
Ed
course-
takes down Sonny. Ed, and then just a double super kick.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I hope Ed can take the victory home because I don't want to have a Sonny with more confidence than he already had. And a great takedown from Ed.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna see who is the real power couple of UCW, don't we, Calvin?
I
It's
think
gonna be
we
the
will.
boy with his hoe or the Sapphire of the Ultra Sapphires.
The Ultra Sapphire indeed. And
Ultra
a
Sapphire.
nice DDT on the apron.
Even the hardest part of the ring. Hey.
Yes, how does Sonny still standing up?
Well, he's a real bold man, that Sonny.
And Ed is breaking the pin and is taunting in the middle of that ring. And Sonny is still down on the outside. And the ref counts to 4. But Sonny is a tough, GM. And
He is a very average
very
GM.
average. But indeed, yes, we have experienced Ed and Sonny discussing a lot of things on commentary. More about themselves than on the matches, I must say. And we will. This is finally the matchup we all wanted to see. I think.
Well, they certainly wanted to see it. They have been hating on each other for a long, long time. So I guess it's only natural when you're in a wrestling promotion that you will have to wrestle for it to see who is the better man, who is right, and include your wives in it. Because why the fuck not?
Yeah, and the next part is, of course, put the children in the ring as well.
And let's talk about the children. Everybody at home, parents, please shield your children, because they don't want to see this.
Otherwise, they will get kidnapped. What happened to the daughter of Sonny and Moon? She got kidnapped by Dyrgos because Sonny pissed Dyrgos off, and we all know what happened. And Sonny didn't give a fuck about.
And a kick out by Ed.
And
I must say, Sonny is doing pretty well for a non-wrestler.
I've never seen Sonny in a match that lasted this long because he got destroyed by Marcus Fenix. He fought with me to a double countout, and he pinned Connor Phillips in a minute. And a nice pinfall.
The pinfall.
A 1.
Moon still down.
And a 3, that's it!
This is
Congratulations, Ed! Ed finally takes the win back.
The win for Pro in his hole.
And it's now 1-1, so maybe we will see them once again facing off. Well, congratulations to Ed. I hope Sunny will stay away for the rest of the evening. And Ed, come back to commentary and just enjoy your victory.
Join us.
Just outside of Moss's West 54. Come true. I'll make them for you. I'll make dreams come true. I'll make them for you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
What's that much you know?
Making his way to the ring
Perhaps the
from
end is
Belgium,
drawing
weighing
near.
in at 220 pounds, and
Given the participants, this match might very
Now
well
your dreams
steal
are
the show, guys.
memories.
Yeah, and I think you could go
Seems
so
more
far
true
as say it
from
has
far
the makings
away.
of a
Just
match of the
like
year
smoke that
candidate.
fades and makes no sound. Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine, and I dream broken dreams. I'll make them come true. I'll make them for you. I'll make them for you. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. Adventure seeker on an empty street. Just an alley creeper, light on his feet. Young fighter screaming with no time for doubt. With the pain and anger, can't see way out. It ain't much unmasking. I heard him say, gotta find me a future, move out of my way. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
And here we are again with Mike Hazard against Adrian Peck. Well, Chip, did you follow this feud over the last few weeks?
I did actually, Calvin. I've been following all the feuds for Kingdom of Immortality like a good commentator should, right?
Of course, I'm totally agreeing with you on that one. And your thoughts about this face-off, this rivalry?
Well, the one-on-one match was really predictable, I guess, because both of these guys, they were at each other's throats for a long time, and already Peck hits his finisher out of the blue.
He just released the hold. He just released the pin.
I know Adrian wanted to teach Mike a lesson to become, Hansen again, and once again with the finisher there again.
But
He's,
Peck is out there to
Yeah, normally
destroy
he
Hazard.
comes away like that, but the big splash.
It all started at the Royal Rumble, of course, when they faced off in the Rumble, and they almost eliminated each other in that match. And the weeks after the Rumble, they started to target each other with mind games. Like Hazard had the rope from Peck, and Peck had the old Hansen attire on. And it started to become very personal.
And of course, at no rest for the wicked with the Elimination Chamber match, where Peck eliminated Mike from the match.
Yeah, of course.
And came very close to winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Now carried by Adrian.
And since Hansen transitioned into the Hazard hallucinations, I must say things went downhill.
That's up for debate, but that's certainly what Adrian says, right? That Mike was a lot better as Hansen than he is at Hazard, and maybe he has a point. I mean,
Peck is proving his point right now in the middle of that ring. He is dominating the match.
He is.
And takes down Hazard once again. And what's next for Peck? What's next? What is he gonna do next? More punishment? No, the reversal from Mike Hazard.
And it's beautiful exploder suplex.
And Peck, the veteran as he is, rolls out to the outside of the ring, and Hazard is gonna follow up.
And this boy's gonna battle outside. This is of course a no-holds-barred match, if I'm correct, isn't it, Calvin?
Yes, that's totally true. And a nice powerbomb.
Oh!
And
So
that must have hurted Hazard a lot.
Well, he likes pain. I mean, look at him. He's dressed like a. What is he dressed as, Calvin?
What's he dressed as? Yes. I
A
don't know,
maniac, someone from a Mad Max movie.
You could say that already. We are at the 7 count, and Peck is breaking up the counts.
And Peck doesn't want to win this way. That's admirable, I guess. Right?
That's truly admirable. I think he wants a clean 1-2-3, just like he did at No Rest for the Wicked.
Well, he wants to show Mike that he needs to be Hansen again. He can be great again if he embraces Mike Hansen.
His old persona. You can say.
His old persona, yes. On the barricade, totally.
And already at the 7th count, and Peck again breaks up the pin. He's just out there hurting Mike Hazard, and we can see a DDT on the
outside. That is brutal.
That's very brutal, of
and
course.
Mike is busted open, if I'm correct.
Yes, he's bleeding a lot now, and that's what happens in a no-holds barred, of course.
It's a real
big clothesline from Adrian Peck. Of course, last year he didn't have a great Kingdom. Adrian Peck, he lost the world title to John.
Wow, that is debatable. He had the main event match in a great competitive match against John Greenfield, so that's great of itself, right?
Yes, he main evented it, and I hope he can break his undefeated streak. And a big super kick from Mike Hazard.
Beautiful.
And a few elbows to the head of Mike Hazard, and a super kick again, and a double super kick. And Peck is down. And a 1, and a 2, and is this it? No, and near fall from Mike Hazard. Mike Hazard almost proved Adrian Peck that Hazard was better than Hansen, but he didn't get the job done. But he's going for another big move, but Peck has it countered.
How humiliating it would be for Adrian Peck to lose to Mike Hazard right now after all the things that he said about him.
I certainly agree with that, but Adrian Peck turned the tables once again and is taking
Mike to
the
school.
momentum. Yeah, back to school.
And again with that underhook gutbuster.
And is this
Into
the
the
end of the
pinfall.
match?
Going 1,
2,
Two.
and a kick out from Hazard once again. He refuses to give up. He refuses to show Peck that Hazard was the bad choice.
And
As
maybe
Peck
Adrian is wrong, and maybe Hazard is a lot better than, quite frankly, most of us think he is, right?
it's debatable. I think as Hansen he made a big impact, and as Hazard he's just trying to find his paths in here. He's clear in his words, but there's no true things behind his speaking.
It's just a damn cannibal. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back at Ultimo, back at the commentary desk.
Welcome back, Ed. Congratulations with your big win over Sonny.
Thank you. Finally shutting him up. And a nice elbow.
Congratulations, mate. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm ecstatic. I had a win, a Kingdom of Immortality. That's all that I want. And I heard you talking a bit, and Mike Hansen was such a great guy. He was so good, and it just seems he never got back.
The pump and the flatliner by Mike Hazard. Sorry to interrupt.
And just the 1 count. It just seems he's never got back to his success he had as Mike Hansen. I mean, he had big wins over big competitors in the Diamond Cup. He went pretty far, and now it just seems he fiddled away. And I have to agree with Adrian Peck. I have to agree 100%.
Mike has a lot of potential, to be honest. He can go very far. But he just needs to find himself, I guess.
Yeah, because Hansen was a former television champion and a former hardcore champion. And Hazard didn't.
It just seemed that the Hazard is his own personal hazard. Himself is a hazard in itself. Because he goes for the pin.
And that was so close.
That was close. But you just look at what the Don has done since he's back. He injured, probably end the career of Johnny Crow. It's Mike Hazard now.
Big knee strike.
Oh, and look at what Mike is doing to him right now.
And
again kicking out. Strong performance here by both competitors, but just look at the history of the Don and look at Hazard.
As Hazard is trying to end Peck.
The super kick. He
missed this.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Swinging neck breaker.
Super kick, of course, synonymous with Mike Hansen. Let's be honest.
It certainly is.
Once again, the gutbuster by Peck into the pinfall. Is this going to be it, guys?
And this is the end of the match. Congratulations, Adrian Peck, who puts away Mike Hazard.
Well, Adrian Peck was right about one thing, and that is Hazard isn't as good as Hansen. We can see that here tonight. But will that make a difference? Will there be a change, or will the Hazard one continue on?
We can certainly say Hansen was undefeated at Kingdom, but Hazard isn't.
Exactly.
Congratulations to Peck, and we hope that Mike is back again very soon.
Yes. With that said, we're going on to our next match of the night, and we will be back soon.
Wait, what's going on here? Lights go out.
What's this? Was it? Ed?
Wait.
Who's that? Ed, watch out.
Ed, get out of the ring.
Ed?
right next to that Bible. But I swear with these 50 shots, I'll shoot it out with 5-0. Pockets getting too fat, no weight watch, no lipo. Money talks, bullshit walks on a motherfucking tightrope. And I make that pussy tap out. I knock that pussy out cold. Nigga, you can beat the crap out. But that's just how the dice roll. These hoes want that hose pipe, so I give all these hoes pipe. She get on that dick and stay on all night like porch lights. Let's do it, fuck talking. We out here, we ballin', and I'm spraying at these rusty niggas like WD-40. We fucked up, we trucked up, no ifs, ands, up, but fucks. Bitch niggas go behind your back like nunchucks, and that's fucked up. But my hoes down, my cups up, my niggas down for whatever. These bitches think they too fly, but tell them hoes I pluck feathers. I'm Tunchi, young Tunchi, I wear truck fit, fuck Gucci. She blowing kisses at me with her pussy lips, smooches, and that's 2 chains.
Look at you.
Wow.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 597 pounds.
Byron, are you at all surprised by the intensity level inside this arena right now? Not the least bit, Michael. This is the one the WWE Universe has been looking forward to for quite some time. And guys are ready to get this match.
Welcome back, everyone. Chip
Why
has
was
left the
Clown
booth.
haunting me?
Yeah, we all saw that happen. Who's that at? Can you give us some information?
I don't know. It's a clown. I don't know why the lights went out. And
What's it doing?
out of nowhere, I was in the ring. I don't know if that's some special powers. I was sitting behind the commentator desk. I was wearing different kind of pants.
Chip and myself were looking at each other and we were like, what? Ed was just here and now he's in the ring. But nonetheless, it was creepy.
I'll talk about it after the show. I don't know what just happened, but ladies
Maybe
and gentlemen,
Sonny has
here
something
tonight
to do with it.
we have probably we have Icon versus the Triple C connection.
No, quadruple C.
Yeah, but where's the cape?
Cape. He flew away.
All right, that makes sense.
It essentially does. Well, I gotta compliment both teams of matching gears because it looks fancy.
Well, yeah, it does, and of course we have the Icon Tag Team Champions because they have rechristened their Tag Team Championships to the Icon Division. It's no longer just the Tag Team Division; it is the Icon Division. I don't know if we officially accepted that name yet, but it sure as hell is their name.
I can arrange that.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course, why not? Because Icon is running across the tag team division and has defeated every single tag team that there is, so...
Yeah, who is there left for them to face? Of course, tonight they face the Quadruple C connection, but if they defeat them, what is left? Who is left to fight these guys?
Well, we just have to wait and see what happens after King.
Oh.
And
Sunny has returned!
I lose her. Just shut up.
So are you looking in the mirror again, or are you waiting to see the CCC connection lose here? What's the difference? Incredible atomic drop and big boot combination. Sander kicking out at 1. And the fact of the matter is that I haven't seen a joke about Sander literally now being a two-faced. Why hasn't anyone made a joke about that? Because that is exactly who Sander is. Sander is a parody of himself now. Incredible.
He used to be the Flash, now he's Two-Face. Next time he will be Dr. Octopus. No, maybe he is Doctor Strange. He is a little bit strange.
Maybe next time Sander is going to be successful.
As Sander
well, he's more successful than you and I combined, Sonny, so...
Listen, we're technically 1-1 now, so I don't know what you're talking about, but
he had the help of Jack Harvey. Don't count
listen,
that.
Listen, I had the help of Moon Sapphire tonight. And she did incredible against Janey.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. She almost flattened Janey with that body.
She almost killed her with that.
You have to use what you have to your advantage. Which
but
is
it doesn't
why
matter.
I
won a Kingdom of
Immortality,
Immortality, so we're going to continue here about the match, Sonny. That is what people want to see.
Janey's the one pregnant, but it was just almost
the fact that Ed here. Now, I'm not even going to speak about it. We have to focus on this 6-man tag, winner takes all, tag team championship match.
One interesting fact: this is the very first time that Travvy is defending the tag team titles with Icon.
Yeah, and will that change anything in their dynamic? Because of course, as a tag team, D-Money and Ace Icon has been really successful, but Travvy, like his success kind of dwindled a bit.
Oh, Sander overshoots on that neck breaker, totally missing Travvy T. And now Travvy T with the Irish whip into the drop kick, very nicely done there by Icon. And look at that pose, incredible!
I mean,
what
Travvy,
an iconic
of course,
pose.
The former Legends champion, losing it to Dirty Sven.
He came in and he almost immediately won that title.
But what has he done since?
Losing.
Exactly. So won't that change the dynamic of this great tag team?
I
now have to defend it with the one that is in a losing streak.
Because D-Money and Ace Icon are working as a fine machine, but Travvy T is...
Oh, and again, guys, Sander is overshooting. Why doesn't nobody pay attention to the moves that are happening in the match? You're talking about the dynamics. Right now, the dynamic of Sander is completely off, and Icon is dismantling the cool part of the CNC connection. That is what Icon are doing.
That's not the cool part. There's one cool part.
And Sander is just laying there. Come on, Sander, tag out.
Oh, Sander now pushing off D-Money. Can he finally make the tag? Yes, he does. To the strength of the CNC connection. The powerful Arthur Stein immediately comes in with a dropkick on D-Money. Very nicely done. The uncle of the CCC connection.
What? He calls himself the big uncle, Sam.
The big uncle.
The big uncle is a little bit colorblind because he's the only one not wearing the same color as the rest.
Yeah, but he's the most darker one of the three, so I can understand why he's a little bit dark.
Sure. Oh, and there's Travvy T. And now Ace Icon as well.
Also cleaning house, but D-Money has countered him and drops him on his back.
D-Money saving his tag team partners there. Picking Arthur Stein back up. And now they're in the corner. Well, the corner outside.
Oh, chop block right to the back of the knee.
Did you saw the miscommunication? Travvy T wanted to take advantage, but D-Money didn't understand what he was doing.
It seems like Icon isn't very used to having Travvy T in their tag team matches. And it is paying dividends, to say the least.
A big spear from
we all
Big
know
Uncle.
The one with the biggest ego is Travvy T, because we heard him talk when he was the Legends champion, and even after that. He thinks he is the legend of this industry, and he really isn't.
Now he has a long way to reach that status.
Ooh, elbow drop missed by D-Money. Oh, clothesline missed by Arthur Stein. Now D-Money with the Irish whip into the ropes and into the power slam. No, Arthur Stein slips out underneath, pushes away D-Money, comes in with the arm drag. Very nicely done. Very technical wrestling here by the big Arthur Stein. Gets sent out to the apron. Sander leaving the apron to leave room. Eddie as well. And now Arthur is punched off. And now it seems like
They couldn't even catch him.
Look at
the
that dance.
CCC connection. They aren't taking advantage of the 3-on-1 situation.
No,
D-Money is
dancing.
just wiggling their hips at him, kicking the chest of Arthur Stein, and that just
Look at that,
shows
so
you
they're
how
just watching.
they don't want to
They
take
wanna-
advantage of that. And Arthur gets in control, tags in Eddie Charisma, who comes in with the step up and
Well,
security.
how bad do they want the tag team championships? How bad do they want them? Because it doesn't look they want them at all.
They want to win it with fair play.
They want to win it without throwing away their own morals and ideals, Ed. And I know that's not what you do since you put a pregnant lady inside the ring, but some people still have dignity, and those people are the CNC connection.
Well, at
As we
least,
see
at
tags.
least he wasn't overweight, you know, like a danger for herself in the ring.
And
Giving
Eddie
him
taking
heart attack.
down Travvy T. Eddie, the most experienced one in this ring right now.
Well, Travvy T has a long career, just not in UCW, so I don't know about the experience factor. It's Arthur Stein now, big knee strike to the head of Travvy T.
Eddie was here since the beginning of UCW and had some success on his way
Look
to
at Eddie.
his
Look at
kingdom match.
Eddie. Look at Eddie. Oh,
GTS.
the GTS by Arthur Stein. Will it be enough on Travvy T? 2, 3. Holy shit! We have new
This is
icon
what I was
champions.
talking about. This is what I was talking about.
Holy
Travvy
shit.
T, he just
Just
ruined
really-
it for Icon.
I think there was a miscommunication on Icon's part because Ace Icon and D-Money were reaching at each other and they were thinking like, oh, Travvy T can kick out, but he didn't. What a mistake.
Travvy T has just cost Icon the tag team championships, the Icon championships. Look at Eddie, look at Sander, look how happy they are. Arthur clapping on the outside, and the championships have officially changed hands. The Icon championships are now in the hands of the charismatic, cool, and Cape connection, the quadruple
Kelvin,
C.
the Cape is champion. The Cape is champion.
Finally,
We
as
did
we
it.
are going towards our next championship encounter, the UCW Legends Championship, being defended by the one and only Dirty Sven, who is going to take on Jack Harvey, the musician of UCW. And that match, guys, is coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Extreme Championship.
enters into his title defense incredibly confident, Corey.
And with good reason, Cole. When you're the champ, you don't have to worry about winning. You just have to make sure you don't lose. That is the champion's advantage.
Alright, here we go! Legends Championship on the way! We are going to see a new champion here tonight because my good friend Jack Harvey is going to get that championship from Dirty Sven and become a legend in the making, because if someone can dethrone Dirty Sven, it's gotta be Jack Harvey. There's
No,
nobody
Dirty
else.
Sven is gonna retain it here tonight. I mean, he could even have a 5-star match with a broomstick. A broomstick, Sonny. And then now he has Jack Harvey, so that's
Listen,
like
but
lower
I
than
don't
a broomstick.
care what he can do with a broom. He can stick it up his behind as far as I care.
No, that's what you
I
like.
care what he can do inside the ring. And whatever I shove off my behind is my own personal business, Ed. The fact that you want to talk about that is really gross. So we are going to talk about this match because that is what important. That is what is important here, guys. That is what is important.
Jack
So-
had his fair share of momentum. He defeated the Royal Rumble winner.
He did.
He did.
He did.
And did he ditch? Lost against Ezra.
Yes. So who has the better track record? Oh, and Jack absolutely was in that team that beat at Ultimo and Dirty Sven on Power Struggle. So,
He
you know,
certainly
Jack Harvey
did.
immediately with the Brainbuster kick out at 1.
So I gotta agree with you, Sonny, for this time. I think Jack is gonna take the title where it belongs to a real legend, Jack Harvey.
I know.
Wow,
I know.
now your team, Harvey, as well. Really?
Well, it's just because Jack
Dirty
has,
Sven is a legend around the world. His name is known everywhere. And he came to UCW, and it took him a long time to become a champion, but now he's the Legends champion. He's not letting go. And this is the
only
biggest
thing-
platform in UCW. He isn't going to lose here tonight.
This is his very first title, and the only thing that he did before in UCW was beating Dylan Mason at the Last Kingdom. But I think this is the peak of Sven. I don't think he can carry it on much longer than he already does.
Well, he has been doing fantastic. His defenses were gold. And I think he's just going to defend here tonight. He's going to retain here once again. And he's just going to continue being a legend.
As he
Jack
takes down
Harvey
with a
isn't
big
a
knee,
legend.
but Jack counters and takes down Sven.
Oh, back elbows and kicks to the
Nice
side of Dirty
combination from
Sven.
Jack. And a pinfall. One. And a kick out.
And Jack can't believe it. He can't believe that after all that, Dirty Sven is still kicking out at 1, but that is just what a Legends champion should be. But I am still confident that Jack Harvey is going to get this win as he goes for the pump handle into something incredible move there by Jack Harvey. Will it be
lower
enough to break? Oh, the first 2 count.
No.
It was the first 2 counts of the match, so Jack Harvey getting closer
That's
and
big.
closer and closer to winning that championship. And a double underhook DDT.
Future Shock DDT.
Indeed, somewhere
And a
you can call it
pinfall.
a Future Shock DDT. The 2 and
Two and a holy
kick out,
shit.
but it was more of a 2.5. So again, he's getting closer
Jack is closing in.
and
Jack is
closer
closing.
and closer to the
And now just a beatdown on Sven.
Yeah, the ground and pound by Jack Harvey, pounding away with a fist right on the face of Dirty Sven. And now again, a brainbuster! Very nicely done, just like he opened the match with. But Jack Harvey knows he needs to do more damage in continuation to get him to stay down as he puts on the backbreaker. And look at that, you can all bask in the glory of the magician of UCW, the best guitar player that UCW has ever seen, Jack Harvey, guys.
Yeah. Certainly, and I think he will become the first musician by winning the title as a musician. And a pinfall from Sven and a quick kick out from Jack Harvey.
Not showing much fight here. Yeah, he looks absolutely out of it, Cole. Oh no.
As Sven is taking it up higher. And what is Sven thinking? Oh no, guys, I know what he's thinking.
Oh my god, rolling senton from the middle rope. Very nicely done. And now, what's he going to follow it up with? Uranagi backbreaker. He's going to hold on to Jack Harvey and again. And go for a third one. Yes, trifecta of backbreakers by the Legends champion. And this could spell disaster for Jack Harvey. The question is that going to be enough?
3.
Oh, my God, dirty Sven!
See?
No!
Why don't you listen to me?
No!
Of course he won. He is Dirty Sven. He is the legend.
That was a
He
dirty
is a
finish.
No, that was not a dirty
That was
finish.
a dirty finish.
No, it
just-
wasn't. It was a clean pin.
He was driving the knee of
In the
himself
neck.
into the back and neck area of Jack Harvey, so that Jack Harvey couldn't get his shoulders up because the
This
pain
is
was too
wrestling. This isn't fucking
Ah,
playtime.
I
This
think
isn't
Jack is out,
playtime.
guys.
It's
Ah.
wrestling. This is a
Jack-
clean pinfall victory.
Jack is still out of it.
This is just very nicely done by the champion, Dirty Sven. I
Dirty
told you
Sven.
he was going to retain.
Jack is finally moving again. That's a relief. Sven is going. This is second win of Kingdom, guys.
He is
Sven
undefeated.
is going 2-0 at Kingdom of Immortality.
He certainly is. Well, I didn't expect this one, but congratulations to the dirtiest of the dirtiest, Dirty Sven. And we
Well,
will go on,
congratulations, Dirty Sven.
sadly enough.
But we are going to go on because the show must go on. Kingdom 2 is going to wrap up this evening with the main event. But before we get to the main event, we are going to one match that is maybe big as the main event because there's a lot at stake here. A career versus career match. Both careers are on the line. Marcus Fenix on your left, the hardcore icon Brian on your right, and it is all for the UCW Hardcore Championship. And that match is coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Hardcore Championship.
I ain't your friend and you're not mine. This difference helps me cross the line. And every time I'm confronted, I'm unafflicted by my actions. Is the result of a game. Victory at the cost of pain. Like a freight train, and you're tied to the tracks. No way to escape, there's no coming back. You're in my way, and I haven't got the time today. Best you walk away, and live to fight another day. Nothing personal, I just don't care. Won't bother explaining, it goes nowhere. Just know tomorrow won't come. If I end things today, suffering is the result of a game. Victory at the cost of pain. Like a freight train, and you're tied to the tracks. No way to escape, there's no coming back. You're in my way, and I haven't got the time today. Best you walk away, and live to fight another day.
Introducing the challenger from New York.
All right, there we see the challenger for the UCW Hardcore Championship. It is the monster among the wrestlers of UCW, Marcus Fenix, the powerhouse himself. Only one loss in his entire UCW career. And there we see the Hardcore Champion, also only one loss on his entire career in UCW. It is the Hardcore Icon and the current champion, Brian.
Yeah, and it's certainly quite an interesting matchup because there's a lot at stake. Not only the hardcore title, not only their career, but their streak as well. And what a beautiful belt!
It really is a beautiful belt, though. Yeah, I can agree with
Really?
that. So
Here we
there is a lot
go.
of there is a lot of stake here. The hardcore titles at stake, but also both of the guys' careers. And of course, I did something that only Sonny can do. I put up a clause in there to make sure, because really, these guys have only lost once. I cannot afford to lose one of them. Zigzag by Hardcore Icon Brian. I cannot afford to lose one of them. They
Oh my
are
God.
too big.
Oh my God.
And now Brian immediately going for that super kick. It seems like he's shooting out the best super kick to Marcus Fenix. Super kick. And it seems like the Hardcore Icon
He
isn't
is not
wanting to go
done.
for the pin because he knows it won't be enough because Marcus is just that good. Another super kick. Super kick. 2 super kicks in a row. 1, 2. And Marcus kicks out.
And
Marcus
still
kicks
a
out.
kick out by the big man Marcus Fenix.
I've
Sonny,
never
you were explaining something, Sonny.
Yeah, so what I tried to do, or what I did, is they didn't know about that, but I can afford to lose one of them. So I put up a clause in there. Whoever loses gets one more match, a la Christian style, to get his opportunity in UCW back. But they have to do the thing that they could never do in the ring. They have to defeat the one guy that defeated them in the first place, that gave them that one and only loss on their record. So if Marcus Fenix loses here, he is going to go on to Ultimate Breakdown and fight for his career for the final time against Jiraiya, the one man that beat him at Midsummer Mayhem 2019. And if Brian loses, he is going to face Mike Hazard at Ultimate Breakdown, the one guy that was able to defeat him.
at Kingdom last year.
At Kingdom last year, indeed.
But I need to say, guys, I've never seen Marcus going down as quick as he does right now. Brian is really taking the fight to him.
Well, that is why he is the hardcore icon, and he's been a great hardcore champion, possibly the best hardcore champion that we've seen until this point, and maybe
If
not
he
for
wins-
long though, as Marcus Fenix is looking to get it for himself.
If Brian wins, he will become the longest reigning champion.
Marcus is pointing that he is going
Oh, no.
down. There
no.
he goes.
Oh,
What
no.
goes up?
Must go down!
And Beast Bomb by Marcus Fenix. Will it be enough to grant him the hardcore title? No, Brian kicks out. And that is just what you can expect from someone who has only one loss on his entire record.
It certainly does. And it's interesting to say what I just was trying to say before Marcus was performing his finisher. If Brian wins tonight, he will become the longest reigning and defending hardcore champion.
Of all time.
Yes.
Of all
Very
time.
nice. But the steel steps are going to be brought in by Marcus Fenix. Of course, there is no DQ in this match.
It's
this
of
is
course
a
not. It's for the hardcore
match.
championship.
Military press, and he slams him, and he crashes down right on the side of those steel steps, crashing into his back. And now, Marcus Fenix, in slamming position, slams him down. Very nicely done there.
Marcus showing off his power. And the tank! The tank crashes down on Brian.
And now, it seems like the tank is going to do it one more time. Kick the stomach. Up he goes. And down with the beast bomb.
Another sit-out power bomb, very viciously. Only Marcus Fenix can deliver it with such power.
Marcus isn't done yet. He wants to break
Marcus wants to demolish hardcore icon Brian.
And he said to Brian that he wanted to end his career not only by winning him, but by literally injuring him in the middle of that ring. As Brian is signaling for the super kick once again.
Will it be enough? A third super kick is coming, guys. There he goes. The third
And he
super kick.
dodges.
No! Marcus dodges. Marcus dodges. Spinebuster. Spinebuster by the Marcus Fenix. And Marcus Fenix is immediately going to use the momentum that he reversed from Brian to make sure that he can end this
And
match.
he
But
tried
Brian
that.
is signaling. No! Inverted heel, spinning heel kick by Brian and Ed. What incredible performances by both these superstars and the thrown over the top rope. What do you think of this, Ed? What do you see?
What I see is two competitors trying to kill each other. I mean, it's already a career-ending match, although you have one shot. And I must say, Sonny, that's probably the best decision you ever did in your whole career as a general manager. As another time,
Thank you.
Beast Bomb. Yes, I can give compliments when it suits me. And he goes for the pin now.
Will it be enough? The 2 and
Three.
the 3.
Oh
We have a
my
new
God.
champion. We have a new champion. Marcus has just dethroned the losing. He's just become on top of the mountain. Not only the hardcore champion, but the only guy who has only lost once in UCW in his entire career. He is on top of the world right now. Incredible.
He is the
performance.
hardcore champion now. And who
Once
can
again.
dethrone a man like him? A hardcore champion like the size of Marcus Fenix. I don't know who's going to go after him next, but whoever will try that, be prepared. And maybe
This is
be
his
afraid.
second hardcore title win and his 4th championship win overall. What a man. What a destructive force.
Incredible stuff here, guys. Incredible. Congratulations for Marcus Fenix. That means Brian next month is going to face Mike Hansen at Ultimate Breakdown, the first official match for that pay-per-view. And as that is coming closer and closer to us, we are going to continue to go closer and closer to our actual main event. But before we get there, we are going to have a clash of managers because Cruella the Vamp is going to take on the manager of Icon in Lillian Turner. And that match is coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the Netherlands.
The atmosphere inside this arena for this one is absolutely insane, guys. And if you think this is insane, just wait until this thing kicks into high gear. You ain't seen nothing yet. Some people are saying she's at the top of her game right now. Corey, would you agree with that statement?
You know what, Cole? I don't think I've ever been more impressed by her than I am right now. She really has elevated her game to a whole new level in recent weeks.
And from New York,
One-on-one action coming up here, guys, and I'm willing to bet this will be one we won't soon forget.
Totally agree, Michael. When you have two superstars as hungry as these two competing in the ring, you can bet it'll be memorable.
Earlier today, guys, she told me just how proud she is of what she's done in the ring as of late.
But if I know her, Michael, she's not even close to being satisfied. You can bet she has plenty more she wants to do over the course of her career.
All right, let's get this thing going. And we're coming live from Los Angeles.
All right, here we go. The only women's match on the card for one night only. The women's division is rechristened inside UCW, and it's Cruella versus Lillian. The manager of the CCC Connection
Yeah, it's just two managers going at it. It's a battle of the managers, but we know Cruella, of course, has a long history in UCW, but now a manager role.
This is just one interesting thing to note out.
That hat is staying on her head. I don't know what kind of glue she uses, but it's stuck there. It is stuck there.
Incredible, though. Incredible. Icon has already lost, so this is the time for the manager to pick up Icon from the ground and make sure that the manager is going to be the one to finish this match. So let's see if Cruella can pick up the win. A 1 count, and Lillian kicks out.
But the question is, Sonny, does Cruella have any ring rust? It's been well over a year now since he competed here at UCW, and he has a completely different look.
Yeah, well, it's been a year.
I know, but the last time we saw her, she was a vampire, and apparently now the manager for the Cape. Just for the Cape.
All right, suplex reversed, kick. Lillian rolled out of the way. Snapmare takedown now by Lillian, kick to the back of Cruella. And now, what is Lillian going to do here? That is the question on everybody's mind. Shoots her up for the shake. A swinging neck breaker into the moonsault. Crashes down right on Cruella. Oh, Cruella just gets up like nothing's happened. Incredible. This is what a former UCW Women's Champion can do, guys. Very nice sling blade. Will it be enough to put away Lillian? No, it won't be enough. Kick out at 1.
And maybe the longer this match continues, the more she gets back into shape, and that ring rust will be gone. But who knows? Maybe
I'm just fascinated.
Maybe the manager of Icon is actually. I know you're obsessed with that. I know. I also don't understand.
Isn't this a pinfall, guys?
No, it isn't. No, the shoulder is off.
Not according to our senior referee. So.
And the referee is the one that has the power. Unless Sonny decides to go over that power.
I don't see any reason to, so I'm not going to do that.
As Lillian is reversing the move and takes down Cruella.
Yeah, very nicely done. Of course, the whole rivalry between the CCC and the Icon probably will continue after Kingdom of Immortality, after that loss earlier on in the night against them and losing the Icon Championships. And now Lillian with the Amori driver by Lillian Turner. And it seems like Cruella is out, guys. Will that one move put away Cruella the Vamp? No, Cruella is able to
Can we still call her Cruella the Vamp? She doesn't.
No, because she's not a vampire.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
Cruella the Cape. She has a relationship with the Cape. Ladies and gentlemen, here first exclusive news. The Cape
and
a
Cruella. big right hand from Lillian.
Women's right.
And that's it.
Oh my
Lillian
God.
wins. Lillian has just knocked out a former UCW Women's Champion.
And she did it all with a hat on and glasses.
It seems the manager of Icon has some pretty rad in-ring skills as well. As he takes up the victory here tonight. Congratulations to Lillian Turner. I'm surprised. That is a former women's champion.
That's definitely impressive.
Maybe because she doesn't have the vampire powers anymore.
With a hat on and her glasses still on.
You are so obsessed with that hat. Maybe you have to, maybe interview her about how she can be so stylish in a ring.
Yes, I want to know. Lillian Turner, after Kingdom, we're going to have a talk.
Well, all right, Lillian Turner, congratulations, picking up where Icon left off, and we are going to pick off where this feud left off at No Rest for the Wicked. The final match between Iron Bison and Dyrgos. This is going to be a last man standing kind of affair, but it's going to be a false count anywhere. The Dyrgos, the Bison versus the Dragon, and that match is coming up next.
pride he has in what he does.
I don't know, Michael. I understand the importance of having pride in what you do, but sometimes...
We are Legion, for we are many.
This is the kingdom. This is the kingdom. Everybody's building empires, building walls high in the name of glory. Everybody's hanging high wires. It's a fine line. It's an age-old story. The first will be last, and the last will be kings. The small will be great, and the great will be weak. Everybody's building empires, but it's our time. This is the kingdom. Heaven coming down to the corners of the earth. This is the kingdom. Come on, let me us. Gonna load up this whole world. This is for freedom. Freedom to break off every chain. This is the kingdom. Blessed are the bound and broken. You're a citizen, and your faith will prove it. Blessed are the persecuted and the wounded. You'll be crowned as rulers. The first will be last, and the last will be kings. The small will be great, and the great will be weak. This is the kingdom. Heaven coming down to the corners of the earth. This is the kingdom. Come on, let me us. Gonna load up this whole world. This is for freedom. Freedom to break off every chain. This is the kingdom. Forever, forever. Everything else is gonna fade away. It stands forever, forever. Everything else is gonna fade away. We stand together, together. One heart, one voice, one name. It stands forever.
Here we go. The final match between Dyrgos and Iron Bison is on the way. Immediately clothesline from behind by Dyrgos. Bison dodged the first one, but the second one was
Not touched.
no.
Wow,
not touched.
and the tour of the island.
Incredible. It was not. Oh, immediately the tour of the island. 2 counts, and Iron Bison kicking out, and that is just what kind of a match this is going to be. This is going to be hard-hitting with big moves all around. No catch-as-catch-can wrestling in this one, guys.
Or
And
should
they
we say
are
Tour of
just-
Legion?
And a big right from Dyrgos. Taking
Pop-up
down the
punch. Well, we know how personal this feud between them has been over the past few months. This is going to be the end. It's 1 against 1. Whoever wins here has the advantage, and it has to be over. It has to be over. The last chapter of Kingdom of Immortality. How fitting is a big boot of Iron Bison hits Dyrgos.
It all started on New Dawn, where Bison just ran over Dyrgos, and Dyrgos getting the 1-1 at No Rest for Wicked. Now finally the rubber match between those two animals.
Yeah, the first time they encountered each other, Dyrgos wasn't sure who he was going to face, and he just
paid for it.
Well, he paid for it, exactly. That is true. Now the punches rain on Bison, but he's been training. He's been looking at old Bison matches.
Yeah,
getting advice of course, his Legion members, Mason, Taylor, and Bass. Although I don't know how much advice you can get from Stephen Bass.
Well, we have to say, Lewis Taylor didn't do a good job in that battle royal.
No,
but of course, Stephen Bass retained his title in the opening match of the night. So if Dyrgos can keep it going, and if Mason can keep it going, this could be a very profitable night for the Legion of Blackguard.
Yeah, but Mason, we know, has a really tough opponent here later tonight. The table now hits on Iron Bison.
Well, that is very true, but I'm just saying it could happen. It could be 3 out of 4 matches for Legion.
Of course, it could happen.
Bison goes down again from a second table.
Yeah, we see a more vicious Dyrgos. Usually he's always from the big flashy moves. We've seen it, of course, with his big feud with his brother, but now it's more focused, more aggressive, because that's what you need to be with the Bison.
Yeah, in the last match, we saw all those flashy big moves, and he did pot Iron Bison away with those moves, but this time around, he's taking another approach to put him again down.
It's looking like he's taking a page out of the book of the Iron Bison.
Maybe he. Yeah,
but I think in a way you have to think about how much it took out of Dyrgos to be able to even put away Iron Bison, and he knows that he may not be able to do it a second time. Because everybody was like, "Holy crap! How was Dyrgos able to beat Iron Bison?" And Dyrgos knows that it took a lot of work to put Iron Bison away.
The referee is standing in the way.
Of Dyrgos, yeah.
He should do that.
I'm curious. I'm curious if Dyrgos will call himself the Iron Dragon if he manages to defeat the Bison tonight.
Well, we're gonna wait and see. Is Bison now in control? Oh wait, I've said that too soon.
Bison got countered with a knee strike, with a knee driven right into his face.
And that's where you can see how greatly they know each other by now. They've been fighting, like as Celtic said, since New Dawn.
Yeah, and over the last few weeks, Dyrgos was still targeted and talking to Bison, but Bison was like,
wait.
And a big splash right through the table.
That was incredible.
And the table disappears, just like the hopes of Iron Bison of winning this match. It seems like Dyrgos is in full control. Legion of Blackguard is going to go 2-1 on Kingdom of Immortality if Dyrgos is able to get the pinfall, but Iron Bison is now fighting back, grabs the head.
Sonny, I really think that the disappearing weapons, the disappearing everything, it's all been a plan of that weird clown.
Maybe it is.
And a lariat to the back of the head of Dyrgos.
We have seen Dyrgos talking and still targeting the Bison, but Bison was focused on winning this match.
Tour of Legion, 1, 2, and a kick out. Bison kicking out.
And Bison went into training mode and was silent in the last few into Kingdom.
Still a table set up on the outside, and it seems like Dyrgos is going to
not for long. He's probably going to try and do the same thing that he did, just a couple of minutes ago.
Kendo stick, but the Bison rolling out of the ring, coming back in immediately, kendo stick right to the face.
That was
Dyrgos going crazy with that kendo stick.
And the Wood is winning from the Iron Bison.
He is in control. The Dragon is doing very well for himself.
Now Dyrgos setting up Dyrgos set up the table in the corner, guys. So I'm not sure what the Dragon is cooking up here, but it seems like he might be going for something here.
Well, no, he's not going to go for anything as that huge lariat hits the back of his head. I don't know if it was the decapitation, but something was decapitated, that's for sure.
We're with the hopes of Dyrgos winning this match.
And now we can see the strength from the Iron Bison, and this isn't the position that Dyrgos wants to be in. And a pinfall on the outside, and a 2, and a close near fall.
That is the first pinfall on the outside here. As of course, this is a false count anywhere match, not a last man standing match, as Sonny tried to say.
I'm sorry for not speaking up sooner. I'm sorry for misspeaking my words and miscreating a sentence. It happens to the best of us, which is me, I know. So, question, Ed. where do
question.
you go from here? Once
great
whoever wins this, where are they going to go? What is
Oh,
next if you win such a big feud?
They're gonna have like great momentum and maybe can look forward to going after a championship of some kind.
Maybe they will go to the Diamond Cup. Decapitation from the Bison from out of nowhere.
But the referee is still the outside.
That's the ref.
The ref is not.
There isn't a ref. There is no ref. Bison pinned Dyrgos, but there is no ref.
What happened to the ref?
Another decapitation and another pinfall.
And again, there is no referee.
Where's the referee?
Bison,
What happened?
where's the ref? Did he disappear with the table? Where is he? Where is the ref?
Did the clown get him?
Oh my God.
Bison is angry.
Of course he's angry. He just won the match twice in a row, and there's no referee. He just vanished his
The ref is running.
I think he has some brain damage. He has some brain damage.
Oh, and he drops Bison right on.
Or maybe
the
that's
apron.
his twin brother, as the other referee is gone now. And he was running to get in the ring, but they were already back on the outside.
It seems like we have a new referee.
This is Frederick II. The other one, of course, is Frederick the First.
Dyrgos and Iron Bison are going to fight alongside the ramp.
I just heard from our medical staff that the other ref has torn his ligament and he was swapped out with another ref.
He's torn his what?
That's
His
ligament.
Alright. Sure.
Alright. Dolph Legion on the ramp right beside that UCW logo, and it is enough. Dyrgos picks up the win.
And that picture with the world globe in front of the pinfall, that is, the whole world is in the hands
and now it's
of the dragon.
official. The Iron Dragon has slain the Bison.
The Iron Dragon, I like that name, and maybe, we just have a Bison now. The Bison has been slaughtered here at Kingdom of Immortality, and the victory goes to the dragon, the Iron Dragon, Dyrgos.
Yeah, indeed. Dyrgos picking up the win here. Incredible match, though. It took a lot out of Dyrgos. He knew that he was going to be able to do it, but knowing that you can do something and doing something are two different things. And Dyrgos has indeed ended up on the winning side of things. And now the only thing left for Legion is Mason versus Black. And if Mason is able to put up the victory, this is going to be a huge night for that stable, that group of individuals. So congratulations once more to Dyrgos, as we are going to go to our the last three matches of the night are coming up, guys. And first up is the UCW International Championship, the coronation of the European and United States Championships. They are going to be unified, and we are going to have one international champion. It is either going to be Jake or Sander, and that match is going next.
The following champion versus
it's your time of need. You're turning to the light.
And introducing the champion from the
You have just begun
Netherlands,
to
weighing
explore
in
the
at
dark
280
in the urban night.
This is big, guys. 2 titles on the line here tonight in this one.
The world is on fire.
Quite a bit, guys, but in this case, I think we can all
You are here to stay and burn with me. A funeral pyre. And we are here to revel forevermore. You're so goddamn frail, failing for a change.
But the champ comes into this match facing some pretty stiff competition. And I assure you, the competition wants nothing more than to see the rock in here tonight. I don't think I'm ready to write the champ off yet.
And you are here to stay and burn.
The energy in this arena is palpable.
These competitors know exactly what's on the line.
He's fat.
All right, here we go. The next match. Look at that beautiful new international championship. Incredible
Who
belt. Ed, what do you think of the
doesn't want
belt?
to have that? Who doesn't want to have that? Look how beautiful it is. Everyone wants that. But there's only 2 men that is going to have the first opportunity of being the first ever international champion here in UCW. That is, of course, Sander the Butcher and Jake Van Dyke.
And they have an interesting backstory, of course. They started out in UCW together with a great tag team, Order and Justice. And they did well as a tag team. But now they're standing at Kingdom as opponents. And they did try. So at least Sander the Butcher tried in the last few weeks. He tried to reform the tag team, but Jake just didn't want to be a part of it and started attacking Sander and defeated him.
Well, let's be honest here. What does Sander the Butcher have to offer to Jake Van Dyke, who at that moment
Leaving.
had done a lot? Yeah, leaving, yeah, but that's something that Sander does better than anybody. But the thing is, why would Jake want to do that tag team again, Kelvin? Why would you, if you're doing so great on your own, why would you want to do a tag team? I mean, I know that I understand why Ed went with Rainbow because they were best friends, and then of course you can make a tag team. But Sander left. Sander left, and I'm not even sure if he told Jake about it. Maybe he just up and left.
And Jake has been on the top of his career ever since his Chains of Heart.
But I think Sander didn't know that Jake was doing so well because Sander wasn't even a part of the wrestling business. He just got back into UCW. And
so you're saying that Sander didn't care enough about Jake to follow his career? Is that what you're saying?
I think, yeah, because they didn't
Then
have
why
contact
would you
in
want
the
to be in a tag
That's
team
even
with him?
worse.
Ask Sander. He just tried and he paid for it in the triple threat where also Sander Coulson came up.
I have to be honest here. You kind of deserve it at that point. If
Yeah,
you're
but-
so ignorant to think that just someone is going to take you back just because you were a tag team 1.5 years ago when you decided to leave the business altogether, that's stupid. That's a stupid thought.
We can say that Sander had heart because we announced the challenge for Jake and Noah, and Jake just retained against Mr. Cool, and the Butcher just won the title from Noah. And Jake was so upset that he destroyed Noah backstage, and Noah isn't even a part of Kingdom.
Yeah, because Jake had to get his opportunity to fight Noah on a different level because Sander took that opportunity away from Jake. And Jake is still mad about that against Sander because Jake doesn't care about Sander. He wanted Noah. And he was going to get Noah until Sander got involved and took the title.
Now we have
Sometimes
this match.
you have to do something different to get the noticeable get noticed here in UCW, and that is exactly what Sander has done, because Sander, in his own words and in his own mind, has become the UCW European Champion just to get this match with Jake.
Yeah, so that shows how much heart he has. Maybe he still tries to get his friend back. I don't know.
Double axe handle caught with the backbreaker by the judge of UCW, and follows this up with a couple of elbow drops.
If there's one thing we have seen, Calvin, is that championships destroy friendships.
Yes.
Well, in your case, a championship really didn't have to come towards you and Rainbow, did it?
It was to chase the case.
It was an accomplishment. It's the same. It's the same premise as Sonny. But yeah, Senator Butcher returned, of course, at the Rumble. And
in the Rumble, indeed.
In the Rumble, yeah.
In the Rumble, but even before the Rumble, we saw. We were like, "Is that Sander?" We weren't sure. We hadn't seen him for over a year, and he just appeared backstage confronting Jake. TKO countered here, kick to the inside of the leg, forearm to the back of the neck, and now Sander scoops Jake up. Where is he going for? And he drops him down face first into the canvas. And will it be enough for Sander to become the first ever international champion? No, Jake kicks out.
He landed his butcher. That's his finisher, if you didn't know. As Sander is trying to go for another big move and signaling for Jake to stand up.
And what is Sander going for here? A running forearm. Very nicely done there by Sander. But Sander actually won the UCW European Champion with this splash, and the knees were up. Jake channeled. He knew that it was coming. He put up the knees. Very nicely done there by Jake Van Dijk, guys.
And very nicely
counter. Done indeed. Now Jake Van Dijk looking to get some momentum back. And that he does with a sweep of the leg. Go for the pin.
Yeah.
And a two
count. No, Sander kicks
just out. Rolling
Jake
his shoulder
is angry
up.
at the ref because that was a very close near fall.
Was very close, but there's no time to get frustrated because.
Oh, Sander is showing a little bit of that frustration, showing a little bit of that anger he has towards Jake for not wanting to continue Order and Justice, but also for leaving him. And now Jake just throws Sander to the outside. And throws him over his head. Incredible. But it seems like Sander is getting more and more in control of this match, guys. And there he goes. The Butcher is going to blow him through the barricade. Mauled. Incredible stuff here by the Butcher.
The Butcher is risking it all, guys, just to show Jake that he's serious about beating him at the grandest stage of them all.
Well, I think that the side of this, the opportunity is here, guys, for the Butcher. And you have to think, what does it mean, Ed, for a wrestler? You're a full-time wrestler slash commentator. What does it mean for someone to become the first ever champion?
And what an awesome splash from the Butcher on Jake.
Yeah, you're going to be part of the history books. As Calvin said, incredible splash from the Butcher, but it was on the outside, so there isn't a pinfall to be made. And now Jake is going to do something big. He's going to scoop up, but Sander again is countering the move of the TKO. And now what is Sander going to do? Former friend turned foe.
Sander keeps dodging the big moves.
Yeah, it seems like the Butcher is way more prepared for this match than Jake at this point. And it is going to be a tough cookie for Jake to crack. And now Jake gets sent into the other ropes, into the other turnbuckle, follows it up with a clothesline by the Butcher. And the Butcher is taunting Jake. Look at that, the Butcher. What is the Butcher going to do here? Scoops up Jake.
And
he's going to push him again. Very nicely done. It wasn't enough to put away Jake at first. And now he's going for one more. One more Butcher by Sander. And oh, but he is butchering his own glasses. He's throwing away his own chances by not pulling him away from the ropes. And that is a rookie mistake by the Butcher. No, you really can't. And that is just what happened. And now Jake is going to take advantage with the dropkick right to the side of the face.
We've got to acknowledge these fans, a packed arena, and we're hearing every single voice. It is loud and it is mad in here.
Well, it seems like outside of the ring he is a judge, but maybe inside the ring he's going to lay down the law and force the execution upon the ones who are inside the ring with him.
You can feel the confidence of this superstar building.
And Jake,
very nice flapjack as the Butcher rolls to the floor.
and
And
that's
now Jake
what-
is taunting in the ring.
And the referee starts his 10 count. Vicious, aggressive attacks.
Indeed.
as Jake crashes into the steel. I meant stand there. My apology.
And now, yeah, indeed, that is what he is doing. And now Jake throws the Butcher back into the ring. And it seems like Jake is in full control. Of course, Jake is a two-time United States champion. And both the United States and European have great legacies inside UCW. Some big names have held both titles. Sander Cool has held the United States. Of course, started it all with Jimmy Shadow. The European started with Jason Whiplash being the first ever champion, and we both know that those are
Jake,
big
of
names
course-
in the UCW universe.
Jake,
And
of course,
now Jake
a former European
going for the
champion as well.
cover. Will it be enough? No. And of course, indeed, like Calvin said, Jake has also won the European Championship. But what
And now-
myself and Ed mentioned, but it will turn in vain if Jake decides that the match is going to be over. TKO! TKO by Jake.
One,
Will it be enough
two,
to put down the
three.
Butcher? Yes, we have a first ever international champion in Jake Van Dijk.
What an end to this match. He finally connected with his biggest move in his arsenal and finally defeated the Butcher. Not only that, he will go into the record books as the last ever United States champion and the last ever European champion. Like he's holding those titles up, but not for long, because he will showboat with them. He will showboat with this too. And the referee is grabbing the other title, the new one, the one that is created by unifying those two. As Jake is, celebrating and happy with this big win. Of course he is.
Jake is taking his moment, and of course he's happy with this. Who wouldn't be happy with this? He technically has become a double champion indeed. We are going to see some more replays of this incredible match.
There it is.
There, now Jake is getting that one and only title. Very nicely done. The new championship in Jake Van Dijk.
Raised up high. Congratulations, Jake.
And that means there's only 2 more matches to go. 2 big main event caliber matches. Before we get to the final match, we are going towards this Extreme Rules match between the Legion of Black Arts, Dylan Mason, and his personal demon, I should say, James Black. And that match is coming up next.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making its way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 248 pounds.
Guys, I think we can expect a pretty turbulent ride here in this Extreme Rules match. I wouldn't expect anything less, especially given the 2 superstars involved in this one here tonight.
We are legion, for we are many.
Here we go, guys. James Black versus Dylan Mason. Extreme Rules, and Ed, you have followed this from close distance. You know how personal this. Well, I did, but I just wanted to ask you, how do you feel about seeing James Black, in particular, in UCW?
He weaves out of the way and finds a counter. Harsh impact. Gotta be agonizing for the arm.
And Mason just gave up a lot for that because he even vacated the world title. That's, yes.
Psychotic knee strike. Will it be enough to pick up the victory against James Black? No. Almost though. He came so close there, guys. So close came Dylan Mason.
Learn very quickly which superstars have what it takes to truly get extreme.
Listen, I can't take credit for James Black coming here. It is just as much has to do with Dylan Mason being here. Overhead belly to belly on the floor by James Black. And just like that, James Black sucked in Dylan Mason to follow him to the outside where James Black could take control. As you now see a close-up of the beating that James Black is giving to Dylan Mason.
Welcome back. We're live on Monday Night Raw, middle of an outstanding.
Well, if you're standing safely behind the barricade, it's all good. And now James Black with the table. And now Dylan Mason has the table. Now James Black has the table. And now what's James Black going to do? No, Dylan Mason is going to take the table. Incredible stuff here. The table is changing almost as much hands as the Hardcore Championship did with the 24/7 rule. Incredible. But in the end, James Black is standing tall as the battle of the tables has commenced, has finally ended. But yeah, I know that getting James Black in UCW is a big deal. I know that. I know how much of a star he is. But he would never have made it to UCW. He would have never come if Dylan Mason wasn't here. Let's get that straight. Just like Dylan Mason left to get James Black came here for
Narrowly avoiding trouble.
one reason, and one reason only, and that is to have that match with Dylan Mason and to kick him off that high horse, because that is not how James Black sees Dylan Mason.
If you're just joining us, welcome to Monday Night Raw. I'm Michael Cole alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. Oh, what a beating!
And those tables are solid wood.
As Black
Indeed, but James Black
is stacking up the tables.
Black did make a very curious construction here.
Well, at least Black won the 2 wars for the tables.
Oh, flipping the script on him there.
But the fact of the matter is he can win War of the Tables, but is he going to win this personal war with James Black? That is spanning promotions, guys. One of the few matches that can be as good and as hitting and as personal in multiple promotions. And that says something about the level of commitment and the level of in-ring capacity and capability, personal rivalry, personal tenses that is hint between James Black and Dylan Mason. And now James Black has set up a ladder. What is James Black going to do now to Dylan? A very nice chin breaker.
And it's curious to see that Black is getting a lot of stuff underneath.
Black is now on the ladder, but Black is falling through the tables! Oh my god! James Black goes crashing to the 2 tables that he set up on the outside. And Mason...
What a beauty of a move, of course. And Black crashes down, but he's up very quickly after that crash, and he's gonna pay for that.
Backstabber. Like Calvin said, he did pay for it. He did.
He just needed some more time to recover, but he just wants to hurt Mason.
Well, I mean, now, what do you want to say with that?
He skirts away, living to fight another day.
I'm not really sure why James Black is so adamant on people saying his name. I'm not really sure where that comes from, but is that man in the ring? That man in the ring is what this is all about. This is all happening because of the arrival of James Black in UCW.
And Black is busted open. Maybe Mason will target Black's eye as well. Yes, indeed.
It does seem like that indeed. And maybe that is what UCW has to prepare for in the upcoming months and weeks, because there is going to be a lot of talk about what this match is going to do for both competitors' careers. Question: do you think, rhetorical, if Black is able to beat Mason, what does he do? Does he stay in UCW? Does he go?
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
Well, he's probably not the only one who enjoys doing that, but, you know, that's not really the question. I know that in his contract that I gave him, he has the opportunity to go and leave whenever he wants to, because I know that James Black is kind of a
Holy
wanderer.
shit.
Oh, that is... And now he pulls him up into the powerbomb. Very nicely done there by Dylan Mason. Dylan Mason is showing a lot of power here against James Black. And now forces him to go into the table and follows it up with the backstabber. Mason is controlling this match, guys. And it seems like even with one eye, Mason is just as dangerous as ever.
Bring this one to the outside where things can get ugly in an instant. Oh, so ruthless. Now that's how you use a table to your advantage. Oh, and that's the second time.
You don't want to get hit with that once, let alone twice.
And Mason now uses everything at his disposal by just slamming it into Black. And now Black finally gets the ladder out of the hands of Mason.
Oh, geez, you might break a neck that way. He's certainly looking in command at the moment. He is just...
The carnage around the ring is just as big as... Oh my god! Mason just put that table on fire, and he is not even going to get Black. He is going to wait in front of a burning table. The statement has been made by Mason. Now a back elbow by Black. Forearm by Mason. Irish whip reversed into the corner. Back elbow by Mason. Oh! Black went face first into the fire. Black went face first into the fire. Never, dude. We never saw one. And now drop down. Oh, right on that ladder, and still the table is burning.
As Mason just waits for Black to stand up and come into that ring.
The table's on fire. We don't need no lover, let the motherfucker burn.
Mason, watch out, your back. There's Black is coming.
That's not very smart by Mason. Turning his back against James Black, that is not something you should be able to do. But he was the one who put up that flaming table in the first place, so there's only one guy to blame for this burning table, and that is Dylan Mason. And the question is Black going to go through that burning table? We are going to find that out, because it seems like Dylan Mason is going to put him suplex right through the burning table, guys. And it seems like, look at that. He is so happy with himself. So happy with himself. So proud of himself. No, not that. But I am going to see him do something else out of pure joy. There he goes. Standing moonsault by Dylan Mason. Incredible. I didn't know Dylan Mason could do that.
Amazing.
Look at that. Eyeing up his prey. Look at that, Mason. He is so in control. It's scary. Just guys, there he goes, the knee strike. Will it be enough? No, but Black kicks out. But think about this, guys. Think about what horror it makes you have. And it seems like the camera cut out for a couple of seconds, and somehow James Black got back on his feet, and Dylan is the one who is out. And now, what's going to happen? Snap suplex by James Black. Yeah, indeed. And now ground and pound by Dylan Mason. But guys, what I wanted to mention is just that you saw the head hanging back of Dylan Mason. How scary is that if you look up and you see that head upside down looking and staring at you? That's terrifying.
It
The
is.
sanity check by Dylan Mason will be enough to
Two.
put away
And a
James
free
Black.
count.
Holy shit! Dylan Mason has beaten James Black. He beat his own personal demon right here tonight.
This man crashed through 2 tables and through a burning table, and still went at it with Mason. But in the end,
And now Mason celebrating. Congratulations go to Dylan Mason, of course, and we see James Black contemplating defeat. And now Mason is extending his hand to Black. Mason is extending, and Black shoves it away. He doesn't want anything to do with Dylan Mason. But this is something that I never expected Dylan Mason to do, extending his hand to what probably is going to be his biggest rival ever in James Black. But we can't contemplate it any longer because it is time for the main event of Kingdom of Immortality 2 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Asriel Victor is going one-on-one with his challenger, his former friend, and the Royal Rumble winner Galki, and that match is coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Look at that, guys. We made it to the main event for the UCW World Heavyweight Championship, the biggest and most important championship in all of United Championship Wrestling. And there he is, the challenger, the Royal Rumble winner of 2020, Galki, Mr. Life Lesson. All right.
And introducing the champion from Amsterdam, Netherlands. Weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the
Well, there is the world champion himself, Azrael, now giving away his title. Will it be the final time that he holds the world title in his hands? We are going to find that out here tonight.
And so, let's be honest, it's almost like a deja vu from last year because they
Here
faced
we
each other
go.
as well.
Kick to the midsection immediately by Galki, who follows it up with a nice move. For some reason, my mind blacked out, and I don't know what the move it was. My mind blocked out. Don't pressure me.
And
All right.
Galki takes control early on in the match.
And there's a lot happened between these two, and I think the only one who knows how to cap this off.
And a
Pop-up spear! Pop-up spear by Azrael! What incredible strength by Azrael to be able to knock him up high enough to hit a spear, and now with a dropkick. And I think that for us to know how this went, for us to know how this feels, we need to go to someone who knows what it is like. So Ed, there's a lot of similarities being thrown into the UCW universe between Ed and of course the story of Azrael and Galki, between the story of Galki and of Wolf and Ed, I should say. Sorry, this is the main event. I got jiggers.
Swinging neckbreaker. Textbook. The challenger's looking shaken. Taking on some. He might have been waiting on that one.
Attacking the core now. Yeah, without your core, Michael, you are essentially
Azrael wasn't getting pinned. It was a triple threat, and he just gave the titles away. So Azrael could face his demons, but the demons changed Azrael into
target his torso now. He's been going for his core all night, it seems.
opinions different. That's all right.
Well, you aren't the only one who thinks that, as Galki goes for the cover, Azrael being able to kick out, because Azrael feels the same way. Azrael feels betrayed by Galki for that, because Azrael never told him, I want to lose the championship, or at least that is what Azrael's saying. Maybe his non-verbal communication differences allow Magistral roll up and kick out at 1 by Azrael. And it seems like Galki is in control of most of this match right now, guys.
Galki has a chip on his shoulder. He lost last year against Azrael, and he wants to make sure that he gets the win this year. But like we just told, there's a lot of history between those two. It's insane.
Double stomp to the chest of Azrael.
And Galki with another roll-up.
But he let him go. Yeah, and I'm sure his opponent doesn't mind one bit. And he's going after the torso again. Well, it doesn't take a genius to realize you should attack the injured area, which is what we're seeing here. Just assaulting the torso here.
Clearly part of the game plan, Michael.
It certainly is. They bring out the best out of each other because, of course, Galki had Mason almost pinned and Azrael interfered and attacked both men and stole Galki's opportunity away. And Galki was like, I'm gonna win the Rumble because I just want my own opportunity at the title. And in the meanwhile, Azrael won the title from Mason, and now we are here, these two facing off once again.
Oh, Sunset flip, roll through, very nicely done. Azrael going for the cover here and gets a 1 count before Galki kicks out. And yeah, I get that Galki has chip on his shoulder as well, but they both have an enormous chip on their shoulders. And Ed, do you think that holding the World Heavyweight Championship changed Azrael?
And a spear!
Spear by Azrael.
for the win to retain the championship. And another kick out. Not yet.
Now, and
Big elbow.
for his own ego. And you're not the only one who sees that. We have seen on the last few weeks that other people like Matrix and Sandaku, they have seen Azrael change as well. Because he tried to blame everything on Galki, who goes for a super powerbomb to the outside of the ring. Incredible.
Damn, Azrael's being manhandled by the life lesson. And the life lesson is just standing in the corner, enjoying the work that he did on his former best friend. The sweet, beautiful Sunshines came back together in 2019, and they rose to the top of the mountain. But as soon as they rose, the double stomp right on the chest to the outside. And as soon as they rose to the top, the problems came up as well. And of course, there was a reason that they broke up in the first place. And
Well,
it just showed.
the second reason, personally, I think it was all because of Dylan Mason.
Attacking the core now. Yeah, without your core, Michael, you are essentially useless.
Ever since Mason got inside Azrael's head, it went downhill with the tag.
And fast. This could be big.
But it is not. Oh.
Yeah, because Galki was defending the titles by himself mostly of the time. And he was sick
In
and
his
tired.
own words, he was defending it all by himself. He never went to Azrael, as far as we know, and said, "Hey, why aren't you pulling your weight? I feel like I'm doing this all by myself."
He tried
Galki
to.
bottled
And
all
a
those
spear
feelings.
from Galki!
Spear by Galki! Spear by Galki! Will Azrael be beaten with his own move? No, kick out at
We
2.
have seen this over the last few weeks. They tried and used each other moves in matches and winning them with their moves. And the mind games have begun. Now, I'm just if you're laying out the facts, you can see what happened in the storyline. And Galki is aiming for it. No, a counter from Azrael.
Countered by Azrael. And
But
what
who had
is Azrael going to do now?
But who had have thought that Azrael would become world champion in the first place? No one expected him to beat Mason for the title.
Now Azrael with a monkey flip assisted arm drag. And will Azrael is looking fantastic in this matchup so far, and you can see that both of these men last year fought, of course, inside that Hell in a Cell match, where we saw both of them fly from the top of the cages down to the mat, not really on their own accord, but still.
And now Galki flies outside the ring on top of Azrael without a structure in place, of course. And he throws Azrael into the barricade. And again, hurting the back of Azrael. And another spear from Azrael. Is this it? And a 2 count and just in time.
Just in the nick of time, Galki was able to get that left shoulder up. And we know what happened between Azrael and Galki. We saw what happened between Azrael and Galki, but it is something inside of Azrael that snapped in the face of his former best friend, because he felt betrayed by Galki in the first place, and then Galki tried to take away the spotlight that Azrael had to work so hard for, in his own words, to get. And that is just something that just changed the dynamic, which is what led Azrael to attack Galki at King of the Scratch Circle.
And not only at King of the Scratch Circle, he also attacked Galki in their tag team match for the number 1 contendership for the tag team titles. Azrael snapped and threw Galki through the equipment stages as Galki is going for one of his big moves on top of the rope. He signals for Azrael to stand up, but Azrael counters Galki and immediately going for the pinfall. And of course, Galki kicks out.
And now, Galki throws Azrael on the apron. What is Galki thinking? Spear through the ropes! And they go crashing to the floor.
And Galki is incredibly using the arsenal of Azrael in this match. Just continuing the mind games on Azrael. And it's smart because they have been best friends for over a year and even longer than that. More than we could ever know. So of course they know each other's arsenal.
Yeah, because of course they are going to know each other's arsenal. Because they've been tagging for so long. They trained together. They fought together. They slept in the same room. They rode on the same cars. I know what it is, but no, we're not going there. We're not going to make this the Twilight story.
And suplex. And of course,
they
spend a lot of time together in that just iconic flower field of theirs. And
indeed, iconic it is.
They still have some memories of it. Look at the tattoos.
Galki is just asking Azrael, "Are you going to do something? Come on, do something, champ. You are the champion. Come on." And now Azrael, the highlight. He hits it. That's what he put away Galki with at the Kingdom of Immortality 1. And a rope break. What a mistake made here by the champion.
Azrael needs to get his together. And a big elbow drop to the heart of Galki. And a pinfall.
They're
1,
going for the cover.
2, and
a kick out yet again.
And Azrael is feeling it right now. Will he go for something? And a big elbow. And Galki is just Galki having some problems with Azrael right now. What is this, guys? Oh no, is this what I think that it is?
Oh my god. Azrael is going to take a page out of the book of his best friend. The life lesson missed. Galki scouting his own move. Of course, he would know how to counter that. That is only natural. And now, it seems like springboard drop kick. Very nicely done. Kip up by Galki to follow it up with.
Will Azrael finally start to use mind games on Galki as well? I think he needs to use them.
It is only the next possible option.
And what is this? What is this, guys? Galki is.
What is Galki looking for? Look at the pose.
Is it what I think that it is?
No, it looked a little bit like it. Powerbomb stacks up Azrael. 1, 2, and just in the nick of time into the double Boston Crab. This is a submission, referee. Get in there, ref. You need to do your job. This is the main event of the biggest show of the year. Come on. And Azrael able to fight out of that Boston Crab, grabbing the leg of Galki, pulling his own weight down. Very nicely done there by Galki. Or by Azrael on Galki. That is what Azrael believes indeed. And I think that both men have made a good point. And Azrael is going to do it again. Going for the life lesson. And he hits it. Azrael hit the life lesson. He never did that to Galki. He has never been hit with his own move. Will it be enough? No! Just in the nick of time.
I thought that was it. I thought this was the end.
He came so goddamn close. And now the splash missed. The splash missed.
And the
Galki rolled out of
spear
the way.
counted once again.
Maybe Azrael's contemplating what he's doing here with Galki as he goes for yet another cover, going for the win. The 2, no, not even a 2 count.
Azrael needs to keep the pressure on Galki. And it's just, if you look at the match, if you can see all those finishes that gets hit, the only real finisher of Azrael, he just forgot to take Galki off the ropes. Otherwise, he would have won that match. And Galki. And is this?
Oh,
no.
Galki!
Oh,
Galki
no.
now! Galki now with the highlight!
The highlight!
highlight on Azrael!
And Galki thinking, this is it, guys.
Look at Galki, he's just looking at Azrael. And will Azrael be beaten, losing his world title with his own move?
And he kicks out. Galki just needed to go for the cover immediately.
He kicked out, and maybe Galki made the fatal mistake of waiting too long.
Galki,
with
are you
this
doubting?
decision.
Galki.
Maybe Galki is having some doubts indeed. Float over into the neck breaker. Very nicely done.
We saw him thinking in the corner, and will it cost Galki? And Azrael takes over control and counters everything.
Oh, the spear countered. I think he was going for a spear. I can't be sure. But now Azrael is measuring up Galki with a dropkick right to the side of the face. A very nasty looking dropkick there. Damn. This is how personal can something become, guys? That is just something that you have to contemplate here with these two, because it has been so personal all throughout.
And a spear from Galki
finally from Galki. After 3 attempts, he finally able to hit that spear, and we immediately get a replay of it. And forearms by Galki, and this is just how this is becoming more brutal and brutal as this match goes on. What a main event of Kingdom of Immortality 2.
And Galki's still thinking, what do I need to do?
Now a Michinoku driver. Look at what Galki is going to do here.
And the
Glasgow kiss. The headbutt. And it seems like Galki is chewing it up. He's looking for it. The final time. The life lesson. The life lesson. Hits it in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. We have a new world champion. New world champion in Galki. Mr. Life Lesson has beaten Azrael Victor for the World Heavyweight Championship of United Championship Wrestling. Incredible.
Galki is your new World Heavyweight Champion, guys. What a match and what an end to this pay-per-view. And not only that, Galki is the very first Triple Crown champion in UCW history.
Well, I personally think that it's way too soon to say something like that.
As Galki is celebrating in the ring, and he's telling the ref, give me the title, I have deserved this.
There it is. A new world champion has been crowned here at Kingdom of Immortality 2. And to all our viewers, I want to say thank you for viewing Kingdom of Immortality 2. Ed and Calvin, thank you for being on commentary with me, as always. This was our final pay-per-view, the biggest pay-per-view of the year. But whoa.
Oh, no.
Why is Wolf on the screen, Ed? Ed?
Oh no.
It's not
Enough. They call me betrayer. Yet it was I who was betrayed. I am Lord of all perfection.
Seems like Rainbow is coming. Seems like Rainbow Wolf is coming to the ring, guys.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh shit! No! No! Not Crimson! Ed, tell me this is not Crimson making his way to the ring!
Oh my.
Oh no! Oh no! The dreaded alter ego of Rainbow Wolf, Crimson Wolf, and this is I don't want this to happen to UCW.
Galki is looking in disbelief.
As Rainbow just changed from Rainbow to Crimson, and Crimson is checking in. He is going to cash in the Rainbow in the case.
He is showing the case to Galki, who looked on in disbelief. In the main event. The new main event, I must say, guys.
Look at that. Crimson is cashing in the Rainbow in the case here on Kingdom of Immortality 2. And we are still being able, not being able, I should
And
say,
Galki
to
says,
come back from
"Come
this.
on."
And Galki versus Crimson Wolf. Kick to the leg. What is Crimson doing? What is Crimson thinking here?
Galki just...
Oh, just the side of the face being jammed in with the knee of Crimson Wolf, and Crimson is signaling for the end. He is going to take the title from Galki. It seems that the cash in and DDT, big DDT, going for the win. Will it be enough? Will we have a second new champion here tonight? And we have a new world champion.
Crimson
has cashed in the Rainbow in the case, the Chase the Case briefcase, to become the new World Heavyweight Champion, and by coincidentally becoming the new World Champion and giving Galki the shortest reign in UCW history.
Not only that, Rainbow Wolf is Crimson Wolf. Crimson is
Rainbow Wolf is dead. Crimson is the new wolf in town, and he has arrived. I thought the end was when Galki won, but I think we can safely say that the end is now. Thank you for watching as the screen has gone black. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for all that endured this. And we see you on the page. Thank you very much.